Shout out to the now I gotta make a Sigma male edit for this. Shout out to my TikTok. This is exactly what I was talking about. Oh, I love this. Nerfing standing still menacingly while dealing DPS. Whoever wrote that is goated. What's poppin', everyone? It's your boy Levi, and we're back for the Season 7 dev stream. I'm watching this after the fact, like always, in 2x speed, which is why the audio sounds weird. And I got a bingo card this time. Also, it says 5 on the screen, so they definitely just reused the graphic and changed the date on it. I don't know if I'm not counting that as a technical difficulty already, but that's kind of funny. Classic yeah, so this is just going to be, as always, my thoughts on the upcoming stuff for the new season. I do this every time. Card above to my previous dev stream reaction. Really quickly, I'll just explain like all the stuff on my bingo card too. Old mechanic gets reintroduced, something that's been in the game that wasn't in the game, taken out, and it's back in the game now. Levi's Q&A gets answered. I submitted a Q&A question at the end. We'll see if it gets shown on screen. I forget what it was, honestly. I have to go back and look what it was. I just remember doing it. Acknowledge the authentication bug. Yes, the biggest bug at the moment, stopping players from being able to play the game. Crossover event. Eternal Return featuring literally any other thing that's not Eternal Return. Avenue nerf. They like to sometimes nerf popular spawns. They've nerfed Hospital, they've nerfed Factory, they've nerfed Temple. Season 6 mechanic gets removed. That's something that got exclusively added in Season 6 that they were like, nope, we don't want this anymore, we're taking it away. Eternal Return cinematic, any kind of trailer or cinematic, something that looks like a higher budget than what we normally get. Technical difficulties, pretty self-explanatory. Booba skin, you know, we got the seaside skins. We're coming into the Halloween event soon, probably, or the fall event at the very least. Gift MP or emote for watching. Item location change, something gets changed from a different zone. SA is saved. The recent South American server got shut down. Sad. Hopefully they revert their decision. I really would hate to see another server go. Back in the day, we used to have a Hong Kong server that got shut down too. That's a really long time ago though at this point. WIP, work in progress. So if they announce something that's currently being worked on, anything for the game, character, whatever, it'll count as a work in progress. JP is coming. I know they have announced that JP, we're starting. JP is really hard to introduce to the game, so anything saying that he's on his way will count for that. New character trailer. A few characters announced on Twitter for the next season, so if any of them have a trailer, that'll count. Smolder returns outside of Cobalt, I'll count that.
The original reason behind the closure was that in the current SA server, it's almost impossible for new player to get gains.
Yeah, I've heard there's been like 24-hour periods on the SA server where like a normal game hasn't popped. So like I kind of understand their decision, still hate it.
As long as there are still people in SA who wish to enjoy and want to play Eternal Return, we will revoke our decision to close the server and...
Let's go! SA is saved, that's one! Good start. This is all recap stuff. Okay. They circled the wrong thing on Diadem. They circled the cooldown reduction, not the extra basic attack damage removal. This was a good change as well. Also a good change. They made a lot of good changes in Season 6. Fortunately, just the meta didn't feel that great. Quality of life felt better. Shout out to me, did a guide on the save plans on how to use it, card above. Hopefully they add the late game recommendations. Being able to be seen in game. Holy, we had 20k. I definitely felt that on YouTube. I had hella views compared to my normal during the month Cobalt got released.
It all became kind of lackluster. Ooh, mouse cursor.
I remember something about the mouse cursor last time. I think I commented about that. The mouse was just sitting on the screen.
If you look at the other stats as well, Squad Normals also has a higher playtime per one person per day.
I guess that means it's healthy then, right? Like, it's kind of fitting in with all the other ones. Damn, it's crazy that Squad ranked has the highest amount of Qs. Hilarious, because that's entirely carried by Korea. Also, it's important. I think it's important to remember that these stats are all based on all the regions.
It's not pre-recorded. It's not pre-recorded. I can meow.
Meowka's not pre-recorded. God's ass.
And also here's a sneak peek at our new login screen for Cobalt Protocol. We got the drones and we got our throw condition gamma.
I like that.
Okay. Here's our favorite topic.
Pretty cool wallpaper too.
How often have you guys caught yourself arguing with another player about character balance or tier?
Not often, unless you're on roundtable. Then probably all the time. I actually feel like there's not that many problems in the meta right now. I think Sua's a little strong. I think Isil's a problem because he does way too little interactiveness for how quickly he can kill things. Okay, wait. So is this a new formula then for how to nerf characters? This character has a 5% pick rate or higher. Regardless of if it's good or not, it's getting nerfed. And I don't like that. I feel like you can't take out average kill in win rate just because they have a 5% play rate. Like, I get the logic of everyone's playing this character for a reason because it's strong. But if the character's not performing well, just because people are playing it doesn't mean it's fucking strong. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. The way this is laid out says that if a character has 5% or higher, win rate and average kill doesn't matter, it will be a nerf. So like if you have a 5% pick rate, and like I get it's to try and keep the meta healthy, right? So they're nerfing it so people pick it less. But don't punish the people who are playing a character they like, even if it's when it's not good, especially when it's not good. That doesn't make sense. That's also a reason why things like Razi and Luke catch a lot of nerfs, is because of the stomp filter. They're unstoppable in lower elos. Which I'm surprised like Yuki doesn't fall into that category, because I feel like Yuki low elo stomper as well. Oh, Adina also needs a nerf. I was talking about Isol. I couldn't think of the other character. Isol, Sue, and Adina. Adina just builds full tank and still nukes your health bar and you can't run away from her. Characters with multiple weapons, I'd rather just them remove the other weapons at this point and then just balance around one weapon. Because I think a lot of the time, characters with multiple weapons, like one weapon just gets nerfed and then they just pick the next best weapon. Like we haven't had a multi-weapon character since like the original cast.
Okay, so closing it out, finding a perfect balance in the PvP game is...
No, but nor should it. It's a MOBA. You should have a rotating meta. But when there's problems in the meta, you gotta address them. Personally, yes, the game is fun after 1,000 hours. I'm closing in on 1,500. I still have fun in the game.
Now getting second place is just something that makes you feel bad, and like you get mad about it, and it's no longer something that really makes you happy. And also
this is actually, I really like that they addressed this. The bottom text here, immense happiness after achieving first. Yes, I would say it feels better than nice when you win. I think winning feels good, especially in ranked. Maybe not in normals as much, but winning ranked feels good. Especially if you're playing in like a game in your own elo. Like I won a Titan lobby yesterday. That shit felt good. Shit felt real good. Super close to a win. It depends on the lobby for me. If I misplay or I'm in a lower ranked lobby and I come in second when I like probably should have won, that's just tilting as fuck. Like I need a break almost. But second, where like the guy had like more transitions than I did and he just played it well, or maybe he even outplayed me, like he made a good play, I'm fine with that. I can live with that. I don't tilt off that. But I do like that they're acknowledging that there is a tilt aspect coming in second. Getting griefed early, probably the most tilting thing. Yeah, there's nothing like someone running over your loot distribution or someone on like a green weapon following you around, slapping you, and because you're trying to get your item and not fighting back, you're dying for it. And then like someone comes into you. That's hella tilting. Feeling of hype after getting a kill? I don't really feel that anymore. I think there was a lot of the time when I felt like I had to work to get kills. Now it kind of feels like you get kills if someone is either ahead, like behind you in terms of game sense. Like they're behind in their build or they run along your path. I said it in a previous video. It doesn't feel like there's much outplay potential in Eternal Return at the moment. You kind of either just get vision gapped and initiated on before you can react and you die, whether the person is stronger or weaker, because everyone at some point is strong enough to like one shot. And if you're not, then your character's not in meta and you probably shouldn't be playing it. You either have to have hyper quick reactions to make outplay. I think that doesn't happen much because it's hard to tell what some characters are doing. There's not a lot of characters with huge cast times or animation times. Like you get hit with, like there's a Sue in the bush, right? You're walking by and you see a book come out of nowhere. You have maybe half a second to get out of the middle of the book, let alone get out of the book at all. If you get hit by one book, you're dead, right? Like she's eating you, you're getting knocked up, you're getting hammer skilled, and then she's got her full rotation with her ult to like chase after you. Like unless you're Sylvia, right? Like I don't know, there feels like a lot of characters at the point where you can't outplay them. Where if they get the jump on you, they do just kill you.
Choose the season model. Players initially enjoy the game a lot, so this is their amount of fun they're having playing the game. So like they have these insane fun, but that fades away after playing. And now right
here, you see this graphic? My mouse is not on screen, but I'll zoom in, I'll do it. Editor, zoom in right in between insanely fun and season pass. Right where this downhill spike is, that little tiny bump right here. There is another hidden option, and that is called the Luke experience. And every new player feels like they go through it, where they just get hella run down by Lukes all the time. Can't fight Luke. I don't know why it's Luke specifically. I guess he's like a low elo stomper. It's Luke. The Luke experience is real, and it leads to a lot of new players getting frustrated with the game. Shit patch season. That's gonna be a meme. I can already see it.
But like since we already made the mistakes of making too many characters in a short time period, we'll always keep that in mind and see how we can improve the roster without overdoing it.
Yo, Taken, right? Like you said, too many characters in too much time. There's only like 3 characters left from Mortal Soul that are not in the game. Arda, who's coming eventually. JP, who is like they said was hard to implement, but will be coming eventually, and Rosalio, who they said won't be coming to the game. And those are the only 3 characters left in ISBS that aren't in Eternal Return. We're already at that point.
One of the reasons that Eternal Return was able to stay around this long is first because of the wonderful community. You guys are the most important.
Shout out to us, shout out to you guys. Yeah, we gotta get out of this like factory meta of building like 8 weapons per character. That shit's gotta go. I'm so tired of crafting like 5 different boots every game.
The plan now becomes don't play to win, play to survive.
Yeah, like currently there feels like there's nothing worth dying for, right? Like you have to make it to the end. And that's why most characters are just building tank and then the exception of Adina doing no damage and just ratting. So do you get 0 or are you just guaranteed not to lose any? Those are 2 different things. I'm glad they're in blue boxes. Makes blue boxes feel like actually worth getting. I feel like at the moment blue boxes are only worth if you need food. I think they should definitely be forced to fight. And then the loser gets 0 and the winner gets like plus 10. I think it should be a fixed amount though. Like, if you have kills, you shouldn't be able, like, you can't, if you have 4 kills in a game, and you go to the, like, escape zone, just because you can, it's guaranteed you're gonna beat the other person there, because it's probably gonna be someone weak. Like, you shouldn't get your, like, 50 LP for taking a guaranteed win 1v1.
And maybe get an extra kill before the escape, which will actually result in more points as well, so you would gain an extra boost for escaping too.
Okay, so it does result in more points, but he didn't say a fixed amount. So I think if you have, like, you probably get all your LP. That should get nerfed, I imagine. I think a lot of new players ignore augments, and I don't know how they would fix that. The amount of new players I see that don't change their augments, just go into the same game with frailty or the default havoc over and over again. I like this augment. It feels like a basic attack augment. I think this is gonna allow like crit users to like go like 0 or 1 attack speed item. I'm a little worried about cleansing and giving bonus. Yeah, I think this is a good augment for new players to teach them to use food. I feel like it'll screw you over, right? Like you get auto attacked once and then you like pop your fish and chips and the person just leaves. Like, I love the name Run It Back for an augment. That's so funny to me. Sentinel is probably really good in team mode.
Like, they get used to the game, it's still hard for them to pick up other characters due to different builds, and we believe that these improvements can definitely help them.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing, right? Like, you can put, like, I have 1,500 hours, and I can tell you how, like, a handful of characters work. There's some characters I can't even tell you, like, what their abilities do.
And this one was actually a feature that was asked for a long time. Upgrade.
Yes, thank God.
So by pressing B and opening the craft UI, the upgrades that have been originally set in your save plan will be displayed, so you'll be able to choose what items you want to take. And
this is very big for new players. And even like moderately intermediate players, I think. Being able to see your transitions. Oh, food slot's cool. There's a lot of routes build like a specific food. Like you see like a hospital cemetery route, like you know that's mocha bread. I'd still like to see, I mentioned this in the save plan video, I still like to see a priority order. I think it's just like it's so hard to create your own plan, right? Like that's not even an intermediate thing, like that's more of an advanced thing, is creating your own plan. You have to have knowledge of routing and how items work. Yeah, there's the big problem with skill amp, is this formula right here on screen. This is entirely the problem with skill amp. I hope this fixes tank. This is actually like a hardcore nerf to like Adina, Magnus, who else? Elena. It's basically just saying that tanks will now can't just build straight tank items that have amp mixed in and do hella damage. I think this lowers the damage for both base overall, but I think that hurts tanks more than it hurts DPS. They're building damage anyway.
Early fight very different than what it was before, and overall it will also become somewhat fairer because like one skill won't do all the damage that a character has.
I like that. That's more like flow in character. I'm gonna need Nico to make a like affinity explanation video. I'm gonna need that as soon as this drops. Ooh, I'm interested in the MMR rework and the spell animation rework. That's what I was talking about with spell animations and outplays. There's not a lot of characters with huge cast times or animation times. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. Oh, I love this. I am so excited about this change. You don't even understand. This is gonna create so much more outplay potential. I hope they do this for like a lot of abilities, because it's mostly casters. Nerfing standing still menacingly while dealing DPS. Whoever wrote that is goated. What you know about the standing still menacingly tech? This might take a little bit to get used to, but I think overall this is a really good change. These past few slides I'm very excited for. I think there's a lot of players playing out of their elo at the moment. Like I've seen gold players in like high diamond lobbies, and it's like they just like kind of run around and don't fight anyone because they're usually more behind. And I think that's like a big problem, not only for them because they're getting false LP that way, but also because they're just like running around and hiding. Players who are actually in that elo are dueling each other more often because it's only who they're running into and trying to get kills, and they're placing lower because of it. I feel like if we could tighten up the ranked MMR for 2 Qs with Fu, that would be a little bit better. Nope, this is a nerf to me. There's my 5 boots a game.
In general, all epic-like items will provide a movement speed of 0.27.
Oh, that's interesting. Also, I'm all for this. I feel like if you're gonna do this though, you have to adjust some ratios. Sylvia.
Will also probably be adjusted based on this change.
Okay, good. I like the middle one. Like the only time I want to see the left one is if I'm in like practice school. Is that temple? Oh, hotel moves to temple. Ooh, that's gonna change a lot of route. Oh, thank God. The shredding hotkey needs to happen because I'm tired of sitting in base for like 20 minutes trying to get rid of my extra items. Oh, we're getting season 8 content too. I'm gonna count this as work in progress stuff. That's good. No more booming, yeah.
One of the issues that we had a hard time implementing the system into solo mode is that when usually someone dies, it's because they're mostly behind the competition.
When you're behind in Eternal Return, it's very hard to get yourself back in the game. And you gotta do a lot to avoid dying and working. Like, it's almost impossible, right? Like, you miss some items in one of your zones and you're just kind of screwed for the, at least the early to mid game. I don't think having a respawn system in solos is the answer. If solo ranked is your most played mode and solo normal is your least played mode, you should balance around solo ranked and not solo normal. The tutorial used to be awful in season 1. It's a lot better now. I played it recently. A friend was talking about it. It's much better. it's I wouldn't say fixed, but it's much better. I would almost rather the tutorial be a condensed version of the game. Yo, Nimbonora, hire me to make the tutorial. I got some ideas. I like the victory poses. Like they had like the smash thing, right? Where it's like your opponent clapping for you when you win and you have like your own pose. I like that a lot. I have no idea what any of this means, but sure. I'm hoping it's an improvement. Here we go. New skins, new characters. Yeah, I'm buying this Lennox skin 1000%. On God, bro. The Zahir one's really cool too. I like the weapons a lot. The dagger looks super cool. And the dual sword look incredible.
Lennox has been our weakest character in the game so far, and finally her getting a skin. Maybe we will be getting some Lennox buffs.
Lennox is the weakest character. They acknowledge the meme. Oh, I kind of like the Kathy skin too. Maybe I might pick that up as well. Y'all need some creator MP codes? I got you. DM me on Twitter. I'll send you an MP code. Oh, I like the butterfly drone. 751 lemons were called. Kind of incredible. People trying to make birthday cake probably in Miss Lemon. Yo, shout out to the Shoichi players, dying to the bears. I seen y'all. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised Bianca wins up there. Laura and Dylin, you could have asked me. I would have said those were 1 and 2. Yo, people are sleeping on Solar System. On God, dog. Solar System's better than Cobalt Blue, I swear. Like, I get Cobalt Blue gets you to group up with your team. The Solar System's so fucking OP. Oh, look at the meta golems. They're all like flamboyant almost. I'm not surprised Evening Star is the most popular. Hey, get your MP. Hey, we got free MP. There it is. I'm frightened about how Martina is gonna play. It's a slow-mo camera, right? Some of her abilities are gonna either has to do with time or has to do with like slow motion. Love Haze, but it is an assault rifle, so excited to do a video on that. I get to plow people down with an assault rifle. Shout out to the now I gotta make a Sigma male edit for this. Shout out to my TikTok. This is like Sylvia's bike but can turn into a cat. Let's fucking go, dude. I'm so excited for this character. Oh, they are adding multiple weapons for old characters. Damn, that counts as old mechanic is reintroduced. Multiple weapon types. I know it's not exclusively season 6, but I'm counting it. Can't wait to get fucking biked into by Pink Sylvia, beaten with donut. Why is there daggers in the donut bag? I love this skin so much. This is such a cool skin. The pants are so bright, dog. I hope it doesn't look that bright in game. This skin's badass. I like this. I hope he's like a vampire hunter. And I kind of like the skin. I like the bat briefcase a lot and the bat boot. I just don't like how the colors are laid out. This is a fucking great skin. The gun case is beautiful as shit, dude. Great cottagecore. Emma's got great skins. Well, I like the skin for like a simple skin. The little bunny amp is really cute. Same with Fiora. This is like a really nice, simple, minimalist skin. Going by Fiora's lore, she'd never wear that. I was gonna say she looks like a college student. Hedgen looks so much older in this. I wish one of the socks was rolled down. Also, I don't think we got a Booba skin, to be honest. Like, none of those skins were really highly sexualized skins. They were all just very, like, cute, very comfy, good-fitting skins. Can't cross that one off.
Oh, and also we do want to mention this is that we also want to confirm that character skins do not correlate with nerfs and buffs.
That's gotta be cap. That's cap. I refuse to believe every game does that. Big cap.
No cap.
Yeah, big cap. That's gotta be cap. I like the fit. I don't like the mask. Like, I know they're going for like a masquerade look. It kind of just looks like a predator. Especially because he's like obsessed with hair and travels throughout the night. Like,
why did the postpone bug take so long to fix? This is because
oh, there it is. Postpone bug. They acknowledged it in the Q&A. That technically counts, kind of as the authentication bug. I'm not gonna hit bingo because the only thing left I think is just if my question gets answered. But we came close. It was theoretically possible. We almost hit like in 2 places. That bug's gotta get fixed. Like, there's just no way around it. You can't have like half your player base, especially creators too, who are advertising your game, just not be able to play the game. Like, I guess it's rough and it's unfortunate, but that's gotta get fixed.
Yeah, we think we are planning the hacking will be come out with season 9.
There it is. JP is coming.
Hacking is still planned in our roadmap.
I don't think any of those were my questions, unfortunately. Season 9, JP?
And other stuff.
JP is in fact coming. I feel like a lot of the things on my bingo card even weren't that far-fetched either. I think I asked a question about Rousey. I don't actually remember what my question was. Alright, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to this point, like the video, comment the video, subscribe, all that shit. Let me know what your comments for Season 7 are if you watched the dev stream or just watched my reaction. I think I am going to cover most of the important stuff. Obviously, I haven't edited it. Thank you again for watching. Subscribe for more videos similar to this one, and I'll see you in the next one.